My objective for this project was to take an inexpensive foam electric ducted fan, radio controlled model, and convert it to control line. So I selected the BAE Hawk from Hobby King. It's $42, and I'm going to use a Change Sun 10 blade ducted fan. This is $15, and I'll be using this Turnigy motor. It's a 2800 kV electric motor that goes for about 13 bucks. The idea is to figure out a way to launch it without using the landing gear. I estimated that a simple roller type of a launch ramp, maybe about 6 feet long, should work. Should give enough acceleration to get airborne. The other thing we tried out was the pistol grip style of 2.4 gigahertz transmitter that's used in the radio control car arena.
From what I understand, never having played RC before, but this is a trigger device for an RC car. There's a radio in here and a receiver in the airplane. Now we can control the trigger mechanism to give us medium or full speed, slow down.
And wow, that works beautifully. You'll see in the videos the throttle response, the trigger response was fantastic. It's very sensitive, it's very crisp. The other aspect of the project is I live in Florida and my dad lives in Pennsylvania, and this project is really for him. My plan was to buy all the parts, convert the airplane to control line, assemble most of it here, put it back together into the original box and ship it up to him, and then fly up on a real airplane and visit and do the final assembly and do the maiden flights. The concept here is to just do something different, something a little bit unique, something possibly interesting. Well, the first flight, the launch was perfect, but unfortunately I made a mistake and I crashed right away.
Why did you have no up?
Oh, I didn't do it right. So I only got a lap and a half. What happened is the canopy flew off. You can see it in the corner of the screen. And so I panicked and decided to land right away. I chopped the throttle, but I didn't come down. I just kept it up high, and it lost all of its speed and it stalled and it just went straight in. And I got it all worked out. Very successful flights after that.
Got to back up. No, down there. Okay.
And that was my first control line flight ever, practically speaking. I had one flight 2 years ago and one flight 4 years ago, and that's it. That's my entire control line experience. And I have never built a control line airplane before. First time for control line, first time for EDF, first time trying out the 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, first time with the launch ramp, first flight, first conversion from an RC airplane to a control line, all these sort of first time things. And it was fun, it was satisfying, it was a good time.
Good.
Oh, this thing wants to go, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm afraid it won't pick up. Incline. Watch the slide when you get the throttle. Woohoo! I'm still having trouble keeping it perfectly level. I am wandering.
If you have it level down there,
Yeah,
when you come up here, you climb.
I think I unconsciously,
I think you do that because of the hill.
yeah, and I overdo it.
'Cause you,
The other thing that happens is when I went to full throttle, the thing has a climb to it. So you got to give it a little more down to compensate to keep it level. But boy, when I opened that thing up, oh, that was fast. I thought
I couldn't get my stopwatch to work. I wanted to see if I think there was somewhere around 4.5
Well, you know, when
seconds.
we play the video back, we'll be able to time it on the video. Yeah, I was starting to get
No,
dizzy
this thing
already.
works.
And let's see, you know, that battery is barely,
It shouldn't be.
barely,
You only run
no,
it a couple minutes.
I was running like quarter throttle most of the time. I got a hole cut out of the canopy
Windshield, yeah.
right there.
Okay.
That
So
whole
I
thing.
put mine- Fly, baby, fly! Get to the pie plate.
I'm on it. Hey, you know what? I moved the battery and this is much better.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was trying to tell you. It has to be balanced. Seconds. About 3 minutes.
Gah! That thing has such a rough landing.
You did that.
I did.
It's gonna fall off every time.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I don't think you heard anything. It was really going slow.
Yeah, that was all right. It just comes to such a lurching halt.
Well, it will in the grass.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to land under power with really good control, and then it would coast.
Okay, this is the grand finale test. We're going to launch with no assistant. Straight off, punch it, and go.
You don't even need a flag man or nothing, do you?
Nothing.
That's good.
I don't think I need
I
anything.
can go get a beer then.
Yeah.
I'll be down the cafe.
Yeah. I'm going to gradually run it up till it seems to start to move, then hit it. So that's my launch ramp that couldn't work. Oh, the wind's picking up. I need to, whoa, give a little bit of... Need a little more thrust, and the sun is right in my eyes. Plenty of line pull at this. This is about half throttle. Woo! Yeah.
Very helpful.
Yes. 200-mile-an-hour tape.
Even the tape held on.
Yeah.
That was definitely the most successful flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure was.
Well, let me see where your battery's at.
Well, I'm going to draw another line right there. I got a Sharpie
Okay,
marker
that's
line right
about
there.
5/8 from the. Of course, my battery. No,
You'll use these batteries. You won't use yours.
really.
Yep.
About 5/8 back from the lead. Oh, it's right near where that paint line is.
Well, that's
Oh,
your
that's a marker. Yeah.
that's your red marker.
You just had that covered, huh?
Yeah. Did you see my throttle management?
Yeah.
I was boosting it.
Yeah.
I was trying to come around,
Yeah.
and then when I needed throttle, hit it and
Yeah.
do the wing over type, semi-wing over type
Almost,
thing.
yeah.
And then just back off in level flight, and then hit it again.
The deal is getting successive excellent flights.
Yeah, and then trying little bits of things each time.
Right, and progressing your
Yeah.
flying skills.
Now, see, we could still add in aileron, flap controls for
Well,
more
yeah, if you
crisp maneuvers,
Oh, they would be crisp. yeah.
or the thrust vector.
And then the thrust vector, you could do the
That'd be
all-out
ultimate.
four-leaf clover.
Yeah.
That is the animal. Forget that
No.
one. Yeah.
We're just going for basic loop, but we may not get that this time. So anyway, that worked right off
Yeah.
the ramp, unassisted.
That worked real good.
But notice I took off into the wind.
Sort of, yes.
I had the ramp as best I could. I didn't want to, I had it so that the wind was pushing the plane away from me on the
Yes,
ramp.
it was, yes.
And then and I waited for a lull too.
Yeah, I didn't. You did. Yes.
I was waiting,
But
yeah. But it worked, and then I ran it up because that throttle has such good precision.
Yeah.
I ran it up until I could just see it barely wanting to move.
Yeah.
Then I punched it so that it wasn't a run up from zero.
Right.
It was about a quarter or one-third.
Well, that's
A lot of lessons learned. Bottom line is it worked. We had a lot of fun, and hopefully some other people get inspired and try this out themselves. This fan and motor combination that I'm using here is on the low end of the thrust capabilities. This is where they're making the Habu go 120 miles an hour with this same fan. Some exciting things you could do here with that kind of speed. There's lots of other airplanes. This opens up a whole wide possibility. Enjoy.